Moving into our new house was supposed to be a fresh start, a chance to leave behind the hustle and bustle of the city and embrace a quieter, more peaceful life. The house, an old Victorian nestled in the heart of a quaint, seemingly idyllic town, seemed like the perfect place to start anew. As my wife and I crossed the threshold of our new home, a chill coursed down my spine. Perhaps it was the old, creaking floorboards or the faint, musty scent that lingered in the air. Still, I brushed it off as mere nerves, normal jitters that accompany a significant life change. The first few nights were uneventful. We unpacked our belongings, arranged the furniture, and gradually settled into the rhythm of our new life. But soon I began to notice something strange. It started with subtle, inexplicable noises, a faint whisper in the dark, a soft, ghostly giggle that seemed to emanate from the corners of our home. I attributed it to the quirks of an old house, its time-worn walls settling into their nightly routines. Yet the disturbances escalated. Objects moved on their own accord. The antique vase my grandmother had left us, placed carefully on the mantel, would inexplicably end up on the kitchen floor, shattered into fragments. Our once friendly cat hissed and arched its back, its eyes fixed on something unseen. One evening, I awoke to a sensation of weight on my chest, as if someone, or something, was pinning me down. I gasped for breath, struggling to free myself from the invisible grasp. The room was suffused with an eerie, dim glow, and in the pale illumination I caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure, a twisted, contorted specter looming over me. My heart pounded, and I woke my wife, but the apparition vanished without a trace. She dismissed my account as a nightmare, but I knew what I had seen. It was real, and it was growing bolder with each passing night. The whispering in the darkness became more distinct, taunting me with cryptic phrases that filled my dreams with dread. Doors slammed shut of their own accord, and the walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. I felt like a prisoner in my own home, terrorized by an unseen presence that refused to be ignored. As I delved into the house's history, I discovered unsettling stories of previous occupants who had experienced similar phenomena. A sense of foreboding settled over me. We were not alone in this house, and whatever resided here had no intention of letting us live in peace. One fateful night, as I lay in bed, I felt a cold hand caress my cheek, its touch sending shivers down my spine. I turned to see the figure from my nightmares, its face twisted into a grotesque, malevolent grin. In desperation, we sought the help of a paranormal investigator who confirmed our worst fears. The house was haunted by a vengeful spirit, a tormented soul trapped in the earthly realm. It had latched onto us, feeding off our fear and despair. With the investigator's guidance, we performed a cleansing ritual, hoping to free the tormented spirit. But as the incantations echoed through the house, the atmosphere grew thick with anger and hostility. The walls seemed to close in around us, and a deafening wail filled the air. In the end, we had no choice but to leave the house, our dreams of a fresh start shattered. The specter had won, its malevolence driving us from our new home. As we stepped out into the moonlit night, I couldn't help but cast one last glance back at the Victorian mansion, a place that had promised a new beginning but had become a nightmare we could never forget.